Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have selected the begonia plant. Begonias are very common to this region and you will find them in almost all the household. Today I am going to talk and show you a particular type of begonia that did not make it in the usual market. I received mine from a private collector. The name of this type of begonia is the immense begonia. Initially, I have only one small pot, but finally graduated to 4 pots after a period of 8 years. For propagation, you can propagate this plant both indoors and outdoors very easily. Indoors, you can keep your potted house plant in the direction facing the northeast. In this way, it will catches the sun early in the morning and shows its best performance. Outdoors, you can grow anywhere in the ground, potted or in hanging baskets. This particular type of begonia grows from a creeping rhizome and can be propagated only by rhizome cuttings. Like almost all plants, the size of the rhizome signifies the maturity age of the plant. The foliage is very attractive, and this is what catches my eye in the first instant that I saw it. It features a very large green star-shaped leaves and they can measure up to 12 inches or 12 feet in diameter. These leaves are so beautiful that when it catches the sun in the early morning, it changes in color from pink to reddish. And when you closely examine the stem, it has whorls of hairy scales. These hairy scales look sharp and dangerous to touch, but in fact it is soft. The stem of this plant can grow almost up to 3 to 4 feet in height, and at the end of each stalk you will find clusters of small beautiful pink flowers. These flowers open up gradually from June to July and gives its final show in the coming months starting from August to late October. If you keep this plant at an elevated height outside in the balcony or veranda, the flowers form a skyline or backdrop against the sky and it looks amazing. Like other indoor plants, this begonia also enters a dormancy period in the colder months, that is in winter. During this time, you'll want to water only once every 3 to 4 weeks to avoid similar situations with the plant drowning in water. Once growth begins in the spring, you can resume the regular watering schedule. Okay friends, I will not take much of your time by boring you with a very long video. I really appreciate you for watching this video and I hope that you all will stay safe in this pandemic. Thank you.